Hey guys.
Alright guys, we're here today to check out a band that we've never done on this channel, but the guys from the label reached out and said that perhaps we would have good times by checking out ExitWounds. When I saw the name of the band, I was sold. I didn't have to look any further. Now, let's not get into the logistics of exit wounds worse than entry wounds because we've had this conversation off the record.
Yeah,
and this takes us down an incredible rabbit hole. And next thing you know, it's 5 minutes into this video and we're still talking about what's worst. A bazooka shot or a shotgun shot or an AR-15 or
what's
whatever.
Worse, like the entrance wound or the exit wound.
So let's just move on from that. Now, the name of the song is Heaven is Empty. I could not agree more. So this is a band that not only sold me with their name, then they hit me with a song title, and I'm like, okay, pants down, you can have your way with me.
Oh.
You know, because I think it's such a cool title. Heaven is Empty. I honestly feel like heaven is empty.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anybody there. Oh, it's very... what is it?
Population 100,000.
I think you can see some tumbleweeds rolling around.
It's like the Wild West.
Yeah. I think they have really high standards.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help either. I think they have to lower the bar a little bit. At least a little bit.
Yeah.
Because right now, like, there's more vacancies than occupancies. At least that's how I see it. Hell must be, like, overbooked.
Overflowing.
Yeah, like they don't have any room anymore. They have people living on barges because there's no room anymore. There's no housing. There's like 10 families in one house. It's just...
They can't fit you in the lava streams anymore.
I know.
The big lava buckets that they have.
You have to buy the fast lane pass just to get into the torture chamber.
Exactly.
Because the lineup is massive. All right, are you ready for Exit Wounds, Heaven is Empty?
Yeah.
Let's do this. was a little strange at the end. Before I ask you what you think, because I really want to get your take on this, I just want to say one thing. I've always been a huge fan of guys that hold on to the mic with both hands.
Yeah.
Like they want to swallow it. They want to perform fellatio on it. I just love that shit. It's just so angry.
I only like it when they're doing the breakdown kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't want him to be there all the time holding on like this, like he's Phil Collins.
No, because the other one is when they wrap the quarter
that's
round.
cool too. I like that too. And I like if the mic is upside down. Like
you're
holding onto the mic like this, and you can wrap it around.
Yeah.
All of those gimmicks, or whatever you want to call it, stereotypes, whatever you want to call it, I love all of that shit, because to me it just gets me hyped.
Yeah.
It just gets me hyped. All right, what did you think of ExitWounds?
I was very focused on the lead singer, because the lead singer kind of looks like me when I used to have longer hair.
I want to see where he goes with this.
No, that's all I wanted to say. It was that he kind of looks like the white version of me, like when I had my longer hair.
Before you went man bun?
Before I went man bun, yeah.
All right.
And I mean, that's why
I can see the facial hair, the long, like, shoulder-length hair. Yeah.
Exactly.
A little husky. Yeah, I can see that.
See, and that's why I kind of connected with him. That's why I'm giving him more props now, because it kind of reminds me of myself.
So he's like the talented version of you.
He's like the talented version of me.
All right. White talented version of you.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow.
I love the guy's vocals. He's so angry, and I was happy that there was no like clean vocals.
Yeah, a song like this, you don't need that. Like, you gotta just pump the brakes.
I was super happy because the way it was coming at me, like, it does sound like a song that would do that, like kind of pump
especially
the brakes.
like maybe in the chorus or something.
In the chorus, yeah, that it would pump the brakes and then give you some clean vocals, which I would love to see how his clean vocals sound. But
if he uses
does
them, yeah,
he does. But this song, I'm super happy where it went, because no clean vocals. His harsh vocals are so angry, and the video was
simple but good.
Simple but good, yeah.
I like it. I like the simplicity of it, because it allows you to vibe with them, because they look like they're really into it.
Yeah.
And because they're really into it, it makes me get into it
yeah.
as well. Now, I'll say this. The moment the video started, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a metalcore band, or like hardcore, but I was like, nah, this is going to be a metalcore band. One of the reasons why they're wearing shirts like 4 times their size, that's like one of the big hints.
Yeah.
And then when they start playing and I see them, like the way they're banging all the way down, I'm like, okay. But I like the style. And I'm just talking about the aesthetics of the whole thing. I like the simplicity of the video. Like I said before, it allowed me to see them really enjoying themselves and getting into it, and I got into it. And when I see bands playing, I feed off of what I see, not just the music, but the performance itself. When I see a lead singer holding on like for dear life, like he's just like really into it. You know what I mean? And then you see the band, everybody like doing those spinneroonies around and whatever, like they're all Booker T-ing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I see that shit, I get hyped, man. I really get hyped. And then obviously the music helps, because this kind of music, and specifically the way this song is put together, there's no dull moments in it. It's just like hype after hype after hype. It just keeps hyping you. One thing I wanted to mention to you is, actually 2 things I want to run by you. First one is, I'm surprised there's only one guitar player, because the guitar sound felt thicker to me. I felt like there were 2 guitar players in there.
Yeah, and especially with that part where it went very thin, and it was only on like one headphone, and it was very, very thin. I'm like, oh, you're missing that. I was missing that guitar crunchiness that I had before, and then it kicked me with it again. So,
but it still had the thin moments at the same time.
It's still the thin moment. That's why I kind of thought that
that's why I'm like, exactly. And because the video was so dynamic, and it was hard for you. There's a few scenes where you can see them all together, but there's not many. Most of them you're seeing the bass player, you're seeing the drummer, you're seeing the guitar player.
Sometimes I thought the bass player was the reason why it felt chunky.
Maybe. I just felt like the track, for a band that only has 1 guitar player, the song itself, the sound that it has, it feels a little bit thick. It felt to me that there were 2 guitar players on the track, which is a good thing, because it gives the song more volume. It doesn't feel like as empty.
Yeah, it doesn't feel thin.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The other one that I wanted to mention is the drums. I like the drums on this track a lot. They don't feel empty. They felt solid.
empty, and I keep looking at the name of the song.
Oh, no pun intended. Really, like no pun intended. The drums felt like they added layers and depth to the overall sound of the track.
It had a good sound to it.
Yeah, they had a good sound. It was consistent. Unlike the guitars, because the guitars are going in all these different directions, they're giving you different feels, different
Had a
looks.
good volume to it.
But the drums were kind of very consistent in the background, kind of holding the track together, giving that foundation that I really like. And sometimes on a track like this, the drums could have the tendency to fall in line with the guitar sound and be a little bit driven, be a little bit flat. And this track wasn't the case. I really felt like the drums had some substance, they had some volume to it. But it's a hype track, man. From the moment the song starts until it finishes, there's just like there's no pauses. It's just like hype after
Full
hype.
hype, yeah.
I like this shit. I really enjoyed it. All right, guys, this is it for today. Let us know your thoughts on ExitWounds Heaven is Empty. Use the comment section below. We'll be checking those out and getting back to you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on our next video. Take care.
See ya.